Alright guys, so here's the review of the Firstime 2806M, but you're probably going to know this more as the Berny 2806M. That's because Firstime is actually a sub-brand of Berny, which I didn't know. I'd never seen Firstime watches before. If you have seen them, let me know down in the comments, and if you have experience with them, even better. But as I say, this is the sub-brand from Berny, but it's actually going to be getting rebranded for the next batch they release. They're actually going to be branded as Berny as opposed to Firstime. But the one I have right now is Firstime, so I've been trying it out for a while. Full disclosure, I was sent it for free, don't have to send it back, but you know the score. So I'm going to change the way I do my reviews, going to keep it 100% honest all the time, no matter what. So question is the watch any good? Branding aside, I know you're going to want to pick one up. Let's jump right in and find out. Here's the packaging it comes in, and as I said, it's Berny branded. And then we've got that weird little tagline at the bottom, witness your legend. It's probably something lost in translation there, so it's just a simple cardboard box. And we've got the watch itself. Just pop that to one side for a second. Quickly go over what else is in here. So we get a little Berny tag with the model number on, the instruction manual and warranty card all in one. And then, surprisingly enough, they've actually sent me another strap as well, which is the same as the one that's on the watch. So you actually get two straps with the watch, which are identical, which is interesting. So get all this out of the way, and here's the watch. So, as you can see from the style of it, I still don't really think it is a pilot's watch, but let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd say it's probably more of a field watch, if anything. Chronograph field watch, maybe. But, as I say, what do you think? Another reason I don't think it's a pilot's watch is because of the size of this. So let's get onto the dimensions and you'll see what I'm on about there. So we've got a diameter of 35.5, thickness of 9.1, lug width of 18, and then the all-important lug to lug is coming in at a very compact 41. So again, as I said, not really the kind of dimensions you'd expect for a pilot's watch. So looking at the rest of the watch, we've got a pretty simple case, fully brushed, and then we've got polished details on those pushers and the crown. Unsigned crown though. It's kind of deceiving when you're up this close, you'd think it was bigger than it actually is. But as you've seen from the dimensions, it's pretty slim. Not really much curvature to those lugs, pretty flat, but because it's so small it still wears quite well on wrist. When it comes to the strap, as I said, we've got two of these in the packet, so it's a canvas strap. Stitching is nicely done. Unsigned buckle, and then on the other end we've actually got stainless steel on them to stop them fraying, which is nice touch. And you can see it's actually a double thickness. So now let's take a closer look at that dial. So you can see we've got the Firstime branding there over next to that date window with the 3 o'clock, and as I say, by the time you get one of these that'll probably have changed to Berny. And then we've got 3 sub-dials, the bottom one being the second hand, so you can see that ticking away there. That's because this is a quartz movement. It's actually a Miyota OS 10. And then with the chrono ones, we've got that red chrono hand at the top. And then just below that 12 o'clock sub-dial, you've got the minutes chrono hand, well, minutes chrono counter, and then the hour one at the 9. When it comes to those hands, as I said, you've got a red chrono hand, then we've got a nice high polish on those 2 hour and minute hands, which do catch the light. Nicely finished, and got plenty of lume in there as well. So we'll be checking out the lume in a bit. Quickly show you the chrono in function. So top pusher obviously activates the chrono, press that once, you can see it starts ticking away. It hits most of the markers. When it gets a little bit further around, some of them miss slightly, but again, it's a cheap watch with a fairly basic movement, so not that surprising, but other than that it works well. Obviously press it again, stop it, and then press the bottom one to reset. When it comes to the rest of the movement, got a push-pull crown, and we can change the date. Pull it out again, change the time obviously, And you can see at the bottom there, the second hand has stopped, so we've got hacking. And then pop it back in, second hand re-engages. It's all working well. Quickly talk about this crystal. So it's completely flat crystal, no curvature at all to it. But is it sapphire? So let's test it using the trusty Diamond Selector 2. And yep, we have actually got sapphire crystal, which at this price is pretty nice. And I didn't mean to rhyme then. Before we talk about the Lume, I'll quickly flick around to the back, show you the specs on there. So you've got the water resistance rating on there, 50 meters, the fact that it's a quartz movement, stainless steel, and then in the centre we've got that first time branding, and the fact that it says superior luminous. So hopefully the Lume should be quite good. And again, sapphire crystal, and then just the model number in the centre. And it's a screw down case back. So let's check out if the Lume is as good as they say. So you can see we've got a bit there already, but let's charge it up, give it a proper chance. And there we go. So I was actually pleasantly surprised with the Lume on this. Considering how cheap the watch is, and that it's only a fully printed dial, it's actually surprisingly quite good. Obviously it's not going to be as good as a Diver, it's not going to be competing with the top end AliExpress brands, but for what it is, and the type of watch it is and the price you're paying, it's better than you'd expect. Consistent across the indices. Obviously the hands are a little bit brighter, but that's because obviously you can get a bit more Lume on there. But fairly consistent, not too bad between the two. But obviously the hands are going to last a bit longer, which obviously is more useful than the dial lasting longer. So all I'll have to do now is show you what it's like on wrist, and then we'll wrap this up. So this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. And as I said, with those really compact dimensions, it does wear pretty nicely, I think. If you've got a smaller wrist, this could definitely be a nice option for you. Obviously if you're a bigger guy, it might not be ideal. This might be one that you might have to miss. And again, do really like these steel rings around here, stop it fraying. And I'm really comfortable strap as well. Canvas ones can sometimes be a little bit stiff, but no such issue with this one. When it comes to the rest of the watch, I do quite like it. Something a little bit different. I do like the way the light catches those hands, the polished details around the edge. The fact that it's got sapphire crystal is a real bonus at this kind of price. The case, yeah, the finishing's not perfect. It's a little rough, some of the areas, the brushing. But it's alright, it's not too bad. Again, you've got to bear in mind the price. Yes, it's a quartz piece, so that might put some people off straight away. But if you're after a watch that you can just grab and go, this could be ideal. But let me know, what do you think? Would you be interested in one of these? If you are, links down in the description as always. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.